Hello and welcome to Lily de Silva, Lesson 4, Translation Exercises English to Pali, and I've written the procedure out for you here. For this and the other translation exercises, do your best to treat it as an oral exercise. I'll be doing this without iPad notes. If you do need to follow it in writing, you should all have the key to the exercises published by the Vipassana Research Institute, available on the internet, and is also available on my Google Drive. And hopefully shortly, I say shortly, doing this on the 6th of June, and shortly, I hope by the end of this month, that all of these teaching materials will be brought together on a single website. So here we go now. I'll stop the screen share. So on page 13 in the primer, lesson 4, exercise 5, translation to Pali. So horses run from the village to the mountain. Assa gamamha pabbatan dhavanti. Assa gamamha pabbatan dhavanti. Two, merchants come from the island to the monastery with lay devotees. Vanija upasakehi saddhin deepamha viharam agachanti. Vanija upasakehi saddhim deepamha viharam agachanti. As for the word order, you can note here the word order is a little bit fluid in Pali. It's equally a little bit fluid in English. You would tend to find that where you have somebody doing something with somebody else, you see the merchants come from the island to the monastery with lay devotees. The expression with lay devotees, what or who you're doing it with will tend to follow immediately the person who's doing it. That's why we have here Vanija upasake saddhim, merchants with lay devotees. The direct object of a verb that includes the object of motion, like going to or coming to something, will tend to be immediately before the verb. And where you have here from one point to another point, it will tend to be put in that order as well. So that is why we have this order: deepamha, from the island, viharang, accusative of motion, to the monastery, agachanti, they come. And the same applies with the instrumental, in the sense of the tool or the instrument that you are doing. If you are doing an act with something, look at now, we'll do sentence 3. Thieves shoot pigs with arrows. Now translate into Pali. Chora sarehi varahe vijhanti. Chora sarehi varahe vijhanti. So the thieves, chora sarehi, with arrows, and then the direct object, varahe, accusative plural, varahe, pigs, shoot. So the varahe comes immediately before the verb. So chora, literally, the thieves with arrows, the pigs shoot. Chora sarehi varahe vijanti. Number 4, the lay devotee, the way it's put here is not very good English. We'd say in English, the lay devotee asks questions about the Dhamma, or from the recluse. In better English, the lay devotee asks the recluse questions about the Dhamma. In Pali, before you translate into Pali, remember that if you're asking about something, that is the direct object. And if you are asking somebody about something, the person you are putting the questions to goes in the ablative. So now translation to Pali, with that in mind, the lay devotee asks questions about the Dhamma, asks the recluse questions about the Dhamma. Upasako samanam maha dhammam puchyati. Literally, the upasako, the lay devotee, samanam maha, from the recluse, dhammam puchyati, literally questions the Dhamma, or ask questions about the Dhamma. Do that once more into Pali. The lay devotee asks the recluse questions about the Dhamma. Upasako samanam maha dhammam puchyati. 5, the child falls from the rock with a friend. Darako mitena siddhim pasanam maha patati. Darako mitena siddhim pasanam maha patati. 6, the dog bites the child. Sono kumaram dasati. Sono kumaran dasati. And from here on, I mostly won't bother to say it. Of course, there are alternatives. Sono, there are 3, possibly more actually, words for a dog. Could be sono, sunako, kukuro, all equally correct. Number 7, ministers set out from the palace with the king. Amacha bhupalena saha pasadamha nikkamanti. Amacha bhupalena saha pasadamha nikkamanti. 8, the man brings a deer from the island. Puriso dipamaha migam aharati. Puriso dipamaha migam aharati. 9, the farmer gets down from the tree. It could be the farmer climbs down from the tree. Kasako rukkamaha orohati. Kasako rukkamaha orohati. 10, dogs run along the road with horses. Sunaka assehi saha magena dhavanti. Sunaka assehi saha magena dhavanti. 11, Boys take away lamps from merchants. Kumara Vanijehi Dipe Haranti. Kumara Vanijehi Dipe Haranti. And again, note in that sentence, the direct object of the verb, that's the lamps, accusative plural, dipe, takes its usual place immediately before the verb. Dipe haranti, so in English they take the lamps from the merchants. In Pali you would say, the boys from the merchants the lamps take. Kumara vanijehi dipe haranti. So I say this word order is not absolutely rigid, but the way it's put in the key here is the normal easy Pali word order. It's a natural word order. 12. The thief gets down from the stairway. Actually, it could also be just the thief comes down the stairs. Choro sopanamha uruhati. Choro sopanamha uruhati. 13. Merchants bring parrots from the mountains. Vanija pabbatehi sube aharanti. Vanija pabbatehi sube aharanti. 14. The horse hits the serpent with its foot. Or more natural to say in English, the horse kicks the serpent, but in Pali you say hits with the foot for to kick. Asso padena sappampaharati. Asso padena sappampaharati. Number 15. The uncle with his friends sees recluses from the mountains. Matulo mittehi saha pabbatehi samane passati. Matulo mittehi saha pabbatehi samane passati. And again, look in this sentence, how the key uses the normal Pali word order. You have the matulo, then with somebody, so who he's doing it with immediately follows that. Matulo mittehi saha, the uncle with his friends, then sees recluses from the mountains, put the verb at the end, passati, the direct object, the recluses, immediately before the verb, that is why it's samane passati, and from where? From the mountains, that goes not immediately before the verb, but no, one back, so pabbatehi samane passati, literally from the mountains, recluses sees. 16. Merchants bring horses to the palace from the island. Vanija deepamha asse pasadamaharanti. Vanija deepamha asse pasadam aharanti. And again, note the word order here. We have two accusatives. We have the asse in the accusative plural as the direct object of aharanti, they bring horses, asse aharanti. But to the palace, pasadam aharanti, pasadam in the accusative, it's the accusative of motion. And again, the word order isn't rigid, but it's more natural in Pali to, if you're bringing horses to the palace, that you'd use the place where you're going to immediately before the verb and the thing you're bringing to that place in the second place before the verb. So, asse pasadam aharanti, literally, horses to the palace bring. Number 17. The minister questions the thief. Amacho choram pucheti. Amacho choram pucheti. Note for is for pucheti, to ask. If you are asking somebody about something, the thing you're asking about goes in the direct accusative, and the person that you are asking about it goes in the ablative. However, whereas in this sentence you are simply questioning a person or asking a person questions without specifying what it's about, then the object of the questioning, here the thief, will normally be put in the accusative. So amacho choram pucheti. 18. The farmer eats rice with the washerman. Kassako rajekena saddhim odanam bunjati. Kassako rajekena saddhim odanam bunjati. 19. The child falls from the stairway. I think the meaning really is intended to be the child falls down the stairs. The way it falls from the stairway suggests that it's an open-sided stairway and he falls off the side. But the way it's put in Pali, in this key, could actually have both meanings. Darako sopanamha patati. Darako sopanamha patati. Number 20. The fisherman climbs the mountain with his uncle. Divaro matulena saha pabbatam aruhati. Divaro matulena saha pabbatam aruhati. 21. The beggar, together with his dog, sleeps. Yachako sunakena saha sayati. Yachako sunakena saha sayati. 22. Kings protect islands with their ministers. Bhupala amachehi siddhim diperakhanti. Bhupala amachehi siddhim diperakhanti. 23. The king worships the Buddha from his palace. Bhupalo pasadamha buddham vandati. Bhupalo pasadamha buddham vandati. 24. The man kills a serpent with a sword. Naro kagena sapanghanati. Naro kagena sapanghanati. 25. Fishermen bring fish to the village in carts. Divara sakatehi mache gamamaharanti. Divara sakatehi mache gamam aharanti. Note the word order again here. Aharanti they bring, immediately preceded by the place to which they're going, to which they're being brought, gamam aharanti, and then before that, bringing what? The fish, the mache. So the fish to the village they bring, mache gamam aharanti. 26. Pigs run from the village to the mountain. Varaha pabbatamha gamandhavanti. Varaha pabbatamha gamandhavanti. 27. Lay devotees ask questions from the wise man, or as we'd say more naturally, lay devotees ask the wise man questions. Upasaka panditamaha panye puchanti. That's literally panye puchanti, they ask questions, and then literally from the wise man, questions they ask. Upasaka panditamaha panye puchanti. 28. The sun brings a parrot from the tree. Putto rukkamha suvam aharati. Putto rukkamha suvam aharati. 29. Wise men go to the monastery. Pandita viharang gachanti. Pandita viharang gachanti. Number 30. Disciples go along the road to the village. Savaka maggena gamang gachanti. Savaka maggena gamang gachanti. And note again, when you're going by road, along the road will go in the instrumental. That's where it's maggena, literally by road, or means here along the road. And that concludes the English to Pali exercises for lesson 4.